Hey guys, and welcome to another one of my videos. We'll be drawing this one from Amelia Mar Art. These three pieces that I'm drawing today are going to be fantasy related. So this one is, I guess, a deer girl. I really loved her hair, and I really loved her, like the leaves and the green that's with it. So this was a big yes for me. I really loved drawing this. It's actually probably one of my favorite completed pieces that I've done within the recent past. And this particular piece, I think, is going to really be a staple for future art pieces. The hair has really blown me away with this one. I really liked how I did the highlights and the shading for it. So this is just a quick sketch. I'm kind of tweaking it here and there. Since she has a lot of hair and a lot of curls, I feel like I spent a lot more time trying to define those curls and define the waviness of her hair. I also really liked her ears and the antlers, and so I wanted to draw them kind of in my own style using different lines and things. I'm doing a lot my line art. I like to add a little bit more lines to the piece, and also the reflections. I like to do the little ovals on the skin. I've been starting to really do that with my pieces, and I really think it makes all the difference with my art. It kind of adds kind of a signature, I think, to it. So like I said, I started drawing the hair, and I really wanted to define her curls and the waviness of her hair, and I was super happy how it turned out. I wanted to really add that shade to make it pop. So I wanted to kind of apologize to you guys. I have been kind of away from doing these videos, mostly because of some life stuff that had happened within the recent past. I know I was also going to post one, which I think I'm still gonna do, about some of my camping stuff. I've also been out camping, and I bought some really nice tent stuff and really nice just things in general, and I think I'm gonna post an update about that. And I think one of the things is I've really been kind of struggling with a few things in my personal life, and so to move forward, I really want to focus on art. I really want to get back to those drawings, and so really, not to get too deep into it, but I recently went through a breakup, so it kind of changed things for me, and so coming back to art sometimes is very difficult, especially like when you feel sad about something or you feel down about, hey, this happened the way it did, but I'm okay and everything's good. Just sometimes with me, if things get in the way with life, I think as any artist, like, struggle with being creative, and sometimes, like, when you try to force creativity, it just doesn't happen. So this stuff is actually older, before any of this other stuff in my life happened. So now I am actually getting back to it. I have been drawing pretty regularly. I just haven't been posting videos, and I do want to get back to posting those videos. So thank you guys who continue to watch my channel and who continue to like my stuff. I appreciate it, and thank you for all of your support. So anyways, as you can see with this piece, I definitely really focused on the dark shading and the light and dark colors. I really like using line art. I like the comic book look, as I've said kind of before, and the comic book look kind of has a lot of like really dark blacks, and basically there's a lot of like shading and black and white colors. I don't know if I'm saying that really right, but I really like the classic comic book look, but it also in turn with the anime look, because I guess, like, as some of y'all know, I'm a big anime watcher, so a lot of the elements that I've taken from these pieces all come from things that I've liked from other artists. There are things that I liked from traditional, like I said, traditional comic stuff and traditional anime stuff. So I think when a person is developing a style, it's really good to take things that you like, don't copy, but like take things that you like. Hey, I like this, I want to try it. And if you try it and you like it, great. I mean, there are many artists that I've taken elements from and I didn't think I implemented them very well, or I didn't think that they turned out all that great. So with this, I'm super happy with how this particular piece turned out, and I think I'm gonna, there's certain things that I implemented, I think, with this piece that I haven't really implemented with past pieces, and one of them being how I do the reflection in the hair, or the light of the hair. So as you guys are gonna see, I do like these circles, I guess these little white circles to reflect the reflection of the hair, and I actually really loved how it made the piece turn out. So I don't do it with all of my art, but I kind of want to start implementing more of the white reflection. Also, as some of you guys probably noticed, I am a huge color dodge fan. I love using color dodge. So here's the little white circles. As you can see right now, I don't know, I just like it. I think I might also add some shiny little sparkles to her hair as well. If I didn't do it in this piece, I probably will do it with other pieces, because I did it with one of my past, and I actually have the video of that. I think it was my last video where I did a girl with purple hair and I added sparkles to her hair, and I just love how that one turned out. That's also one of my favorite pieces. But I think that me trying new things, when I started as an artist, like, my goal was to draw things that were shiny. By the way, this is the completion of it. This is pretty much it. This is how it turns out. Love it. Was very happy with it. I'll talk about more about the shiny stuff in a minute. So the next drawing that you're about to see, this one's from Carissa Bug, and I loved her little witch with the I guess the little book with the eyeball. I really like her art. I actually subscribed to her for a little while through her Patreon, and she has really good stuff. So if you haven't checked out her stuff, please do. It's really awesome. Anyway, so back to what I was saying. So when I initially started with art, I wanted to be able to draw stuff that was shiny, because I got the idea from League of Legends. League of Legends, I loved playing the game. I still do when I get a chance, when I have the time. I absolutely love playing and buying the new skins. I've even spent hundreds of dollars on League of Legends skins. Shout out to League of Legends fans. I really like how they implement their game. The game is free to play, but then like you can buy skins, or you can pay money to get skins, and it's absolutely brilliant, because I'm sure people pay way more than that if there was a subscription. I mean, they're really good at their marketing. And I thought, well, it's just a skin. All it is it's literally an artistic way of portraying the character. That's all that it is, but people pay for that. And I thought that's so fascinating to me. Like, I even buy these skins. I mean, I know not everyone values that, but I did, and so I did the same thing in Pokemon Go. I played Pokemon Go for a little bit, and I guess a little person in Pokemon Go, you could buy gear and stuff for it. And again, not all my friends did this, but I totally spent money on my little icon to have like cool clothes and cute stuff. So I thought that this idea was kind of fascinating. So I, as an artist, wanted to learn how to draw something that was attractive or shiny. And I think the idea, like I said, really stemmed from League of Legends. I was playing the TFT, Teamfight Tactics. Their Teamfight Tactics is so much fun, but they have a little minion dude that you run around with on the board and when you're playing the game, and I have also spent so much money on those little minions. So initially when I started my art, I liked drawing those cute little minions. I didn't draw their minions, but I wanted to learn how to draw cute stuff. Well, I don't think I drew them very well. I felt like I was really bad at it. I tried the best I could to draw these cute little dudes, and no matter what I did, I just felt like they came out creepy. And I still, like, even now, I might draw something cute, but I still feel like I'm not great at it. Maybe it's just something I need to practice with. However, the idea, that's where it all started, and I started drawing these like cute little deers, cute little unicorns, cute little stuff, and then I guess it evolved into this, where I'm draw this in your own style contests, and started really liking drawing people. Ever since I was young, I've drawn people with big eyes. I've been kind of had the big eye thing, and I love it. So I continue to draw, like, I like the fantasy stuff, like witches and the deer ladies, and so like this stuff is like a no-brainer to me, because another thing that I really enjoyed was fantasy, and when I put the two to two together, the fantasy stuff with this is just, it's my favorite. So within the past couple of months, especially since right now we're in October, I've been drawing a lot of witch stuff, which I'm not sure I'm going to be able to get to all those videos about witches. I'm going to try to, but they've been a Witchtober, I think it's called. Witchtober is basically drawing a bunch of witches, and I love Witchtober. I love Halloween. Halloween's my favorite holiday, so shout out to those who love Halloween, because it's my favorite holiday. I just love the costumes. I love the pretend. I'm a huge like dress up girl, so I love to dress up in like costume and do stuff like that. And that's the reason why like Halloween kind of speaks to me. And I just really like, with the Witchtober stuff, I really like drawing. I really like drawing the witch fantasy stuff, the witch stuff. So I don't know where I was going with this. I guess I started out with cute stuff, and I went into more of the fantasy stuff over time. But I might go back to the cute stuff again. I don't really know. I just like drawing, and I like art, and I just draw what I want to draw. There are a lot of like competitions, like draw this in your own styles contests, and some of them I just don't really want to draw, so I don't. So I think where my brand is, as far as like rose-colored sparks, I really wanted to kind of focus. Oh, by the way, with this piece, I really love how I did the smoke, and how it just highlights how it looks kind of smokish, ghastly. Oh, I loved it. I was really happy again with this piece. This one was one I was very, very happy with the end product. So hope y'all like it. Anyways, like as far as a brand for Rose Colored Sparks, I really wanted to focus kind of on that fantasy cute stuff style. But I don't know. Tell me what you guys think. What do you guys like to see? What do y'all want to see as far as like art is concerned? Do you have particular type of art that you like to see? Do you like fantasy? Do you like cute stuff? Do you like Pokemon? I mean, I like drawing Pokemon too. They're cute. Do you like more realism? Personally, I can do realism. I just don't really focus on that, and so I think I'm out of practice with some of the realism stuff, so I just don't do it. I'm just curious about what is my audience like. So this is pretty much how the end result of this particular drawing. Again, very happy with the end result. Loved it. Next one is from Meggles.art, and this one, another deer girl, I guess. I really liked her jewelry, especially the moon here. Oh my gosh, like it was so much fun to draw. So you're about to see that. But I saw this and I said, you know what? It's another fantasy piece, and there were these three draw this in your own styles were very close together, and so when I drew them, it was like one after the other. I was just so happy in my fantasy world. So the only thing I left out of this one, she has her hand kind of tilted up at the moon. Once I drew it and actually drew it all out, I realized, wait, her hand is not in it. And I was okay with that. I'm like, whatever, I guess I'm just gonna keep the hand out. But I loved drawing the dreads and drawing the jewelry. I think that was probably my favorite part in this whole piece. Was I loved, because I don't think I've really drawn very many dreads. I drew the League of Legends character. Echo, that's his name. It took me a minute to think about what his name was. The League of Legends character, Echo. And I drew him a while back because I really liked the League of Legends, what was it called? Arcane. I really liked the show. That was a whole trip. Like, I didn't even know if I'd really even like Arcane. I'm not a huge, like, I like the video games, but I wasn't huge into, like, oh, the video game. Well, now I'm going to watch the show on the video game. I don't know. I played World of Warcraft, and I still haven't seen a lot of the World of Warcraft movies. Either way, I really loved Arcane. My brother said, you have to watch it. It's so good. And so I did. And I think Echo is actually the first character I ever drew with dread. I guess, I don't know. They're not really dreads, though. So I guess maybe this was the first, I guess, real art that I drew dreads. But I loved it. I love it. I love dreads. I don't know why I don't do this enough. I think it's awesome. And I actually kind of want to draw another character with dreads again, because I just want to kind of experiment with hair. There's just so many different cool hair types, and this isn't one of them, especially like the jewelry in her hair. And then, I loved how her earrings are. It's just, I loved it. I loved this piece. It was just something that was a little bit different than what I normally draw, but man, I just want to do it again. I would totally want to do it again. The moon earring, though, like drawing the circles within the moon and making it look bright and pretty, like the moon. I'm not talking about the moon itself. I'm talking about the moon earring that she has on. And I was just so super, super happy drawing this thing. I don't know. And the jewelry and drawing all the shine within the jewelry. It's just so much fun. And I felt like I still got that kind of that comic book look. I still got what I wanted out of it. Super, super happy. Also, I'm still kind of experimenting with the borders. I still have the same border. I'm still using the same border even now. I might do a different border in the future. The border, I think I've said this before, the border kind of helps me bring the foreground, middle ground, and background kind of in perspective. I guess this one, the moon is still kind of not part of the background. It's probably the mid-ground, and the background is what behind the border, back behind the border. But I feel like I need to really start getting used to just doing a piece without a border. I love the border look. I always have, but I feel like I need to get doing a piece where I don't use as much of the border. I still need to draw a art piece to replace I have a little tablet sleeve that I've been using for years, and that tablet sleeve really needs to be replaced. I mean, it's kind of older, and I was thinking about drawing something new for that tablet sleeve, but I'm not sure that the border would look great with the tablet sleeve. I might have to see try a few things, but I do want to get to making some products and some stuff, at least for even me to buy. Like, I'll put it out there for you guys to buy if you're interested, but more of this stuff is like, I like to even make stuff just for me, and people are like, whoa, that looks really cool. That looks like a cool piece. So this is pretty much ending the near result of the piece. I appreciate you guys watching. Thank you guys for being with me on this art journey. I have truly enjoyed doing these three, and I plan on doing more fantasy and more stuff here in the near future. But like and subscribe. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you next time.